where today I'm going to be talking to you about hiring. Chances are you're doing it wrong. The reason why I know that is because for many years running Towing.com, I did it wrong. Did it very wrong. Made a lot of bad hires. Lots of stories that I'm not going to share with you today, but maybe we'll see you at a tow show or something someday and we can talk about them. So chances are, as your company has grown, they say mo money, mo problems, right? And it turns out that those problems are typically people problems. Can you relate? Chances are that is the case. You can relate because I'm guessing your towing company has to deal with all kinds of different people problems. So one of the problems though is, can you find the right people? Can you find the right people to grow your company? When we started Towing.com in 2007, it was just me in my living room and, well, not living room, but spare bedroom. And a buddy of mine, Chaz, who still works with me, one of the programmers here, it was just us two, and we had to figure a lot of stuff out. And that included dealing with the growth of our company. And we started to figure out that we had to hire people. Made a lot of bad hires along the way, and I want to help you avoid those bad hires. Chances are you've already made some, depending on the size of your company, but I think we can help you avoid some of those bad hires in the future. So today what we're going to do is I have a lot of great stuff for you today. I'm going to show you how you can post job listings for free in front of the right people, how you can put them out there instead of posting them on like Craigslist or on, Craigslist, Indeed, all these different places that you can find lots of people, but in reality, they may not be the right people. I'll show you where you can post them for free. I'll also show you what should be in that job posting. Like what content, what should you be saying to the right candidates? And then also I have a super great thing. It's here in my back pocket. Great content that I got from a business coach of mine. On this card, I have 5 things that the top quality A-level talent is going to be looking for. Now, I'm guessing your towing company, in order to maintain that growth that you've been creating and pursuing, you need top talent. You need to get less people problems. So those 5 things, they've been insurmountable, just giant to me, and I know they'll be great for you. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. So here's what we're going to do on this live broadcast. When you're live, ask questions. I can see them, I can interact with them, and I'll make sure that either myself or somebody here at Towing.com addresses those questions, either live as part of the show or afterwards. And if you're watching this on Restream, you can ask questions. We'll check in. We're going to check in. This video is going to stay up on our YouTube channel, out on Facebook, and we will answer questions as we see them in the future as well as we'll do more future live streams. So here we get going. I'm going to share out some screens. So here is Towing.com. You're probably familiar with it. What you're maybe not familiar with is this over here, which is Towing.com Jobs. Towing.com Jobs has been redesigned to, yes, Towing.com is the front door of the towing industry, but Towing.com also is where a lot of towers, a lot of drivers, a lot of various people in the towing industry have come to find jobs. Before we put up Towing.com Jobs, we would have pretty consistently a few contacts a week from people that are like, hey, are you hiring? Are you looking for drivers? I just all kinds of people in towing looking for jobs. And it's kind of like, maybe life is giving us clues and we need to help these people find the towing companies that are hiring. So we built out Towing.com Jobs, and we've added this, and you can post to this site for free. So you can post to this section for free if your towing company is hiring. And of course, if you're a featured Towing.com company, you get a bunch of extra benefits as well, which we'll show those here in a little bit. So this is Towing.com Jobs, pretty basic, nice, easy site. And you'll see here I got a test posting that I'll put, as well as some of the towing company postings that have been put in here. And you can just kind of create that account to post the free job here. you will, well, let me click on it. When you show up here, you're going to enter the information. This will be the same information that the tower or that people that visit the site will contact you at. So that phone number, that email address is where the applications will be going to. You'll then add a job description, either a short one or a super elaborate long one, depending on whether you're posting a free listing or a featured job listing. And then you'll post additional information on the job listing, which will create that amazing posting that you saw over here, which looks a little something like this. This is my test listing that I posted earlier today. And you'll see it's up on my, well, Drew's Test Company. And here is that posting that I created that you'll be able to create by the end of this broadcast. And there's the application where you'll be able to, where job seekers, maybe you're a job seeker watching this video, you'll be able to fill out that information or contact the company directly to get that job started. So what kind of, so if you would in the chat as you go along, let me just kind of say hi to everybody that we have here so far. Jonathan, I believe I see here from Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us, Jonathan. We're here in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's where I am right now. Cincinnati, Ohio. This is our office. I got some programmers behind me. My wife, who helps, well, keep me sane and handle books and all kinds of things, sits over here in front of me, as well as I believe I have some remote employees that are probably either here on the live broadcast now or spread all over the world. We have somebody in Italy that helps with marketing, Connecticut, Florida, all over the place. Because I've done a lot of hiring, learned a lot of lessons, which I'm hoping to share with you here. So let me see, where's the best place to start for you? Do we want to start with free stuff, how to post a job listing, or do we want to start with the 5 things that people are looking for? It's been a heck of a day here trying to get this stuff ready. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to start with logging into my Towing.com account, showing you how you can post a job, what your different features are, how it's going to show up, and then we will talk about what will be on that actual job listing. So let's go back out to screens, and I am going to go to the homepage and log into my Towing.com account. If you're a Towing.com company, you already have a company login that you can use. And here is the Towing.com dashboard as it exists today. It's always changing. We're always adding new features. We got some exciting stuff coming up here in this year. So what we're going to be talking about, if you log into your featured Towing.com account, the main part that we're going to be looking into is this here, this job posting item here. Now, if you set up your a free account to post the job listings, it's going to take you directly to the job posting section, which is like this here. And you'll see here, this is the job that I've already created, the digital marketing coordinator, which is a position that we recently hired for in our company. And here's a beautiful thing about Towing.com. Everyone I've mentioned, everyone here, including the digital marketing coordinators, they're all here to work for you. They're all here to work for the featured Towing.com companies. We're always out to use Towing.com, the front door of the towing industry, to benefit your towing company. So here's that job posting, and you can always come in here, click Add Job Listing, and I can walk you through how this will work. So what do you put here? You got the job title. You're probably used to using the job title. That's, you want to be descriptive. You want to use a few words: tow truck operator, light duty tow truck operator. What you probably know the idea of the job title, whether it's full-time, part-time, whether it's contractor, all those different things, all these different options for job types. And then the salary, you leave it as optional. You can choose these different, whether these will show up in different categories on the search, whether it's driver, heavy duty. And then you get down to the job description. On the free listing, it's going to only allow you to enter some basic text. So it'll be like a newspaper classified ad. And then if you're featured, if you have that featured listing, that's when you get to do things like add pictures, video, formatted text, and all the things that really allow you to describe your position, what it's going to be doing, and all the additional content that you should be putting into your job listings, which I'm going to share with you here in just a few minutes. All the things that I've learned from my business coaches, from reading numerous books. For example, the book Who. The book Who is a good book. If you look that up on Amazon, it's a process for how to hire. What you put in your job description, what you put will determine who you get, period. A lot of people don't put much thought into the job description, but hopefully by the end of this video, you're going to be like on it. You're going to know what to put in there to get the right person for your position. The right people can make such a huge impact on your company. Such a huge impact. And you probably already know the wrong person could make, well, they can do a lot of damage. They can do a lot of damage. So let me break here, and we're going to dive more into what you put into the job description. But I want to show you the 5 things that A-level talent is looking for, because these 5 things are going to determine what you put into your job description. What do you put in that box? What do you put out into the world that you are looking for? A lot of people just say, hey, we're looking for a tow truck driver, or experienced tow truck driver. They'll mention education or experience or any number of different things, which is likely the wrong thing. That's why we hire wrong. It's why we hire wrong. We say the wrong things and we get the wrong people. Makes sense, right? You do the wrong thing, you get the wrong people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this out, and we are going to talk about the 5 things that A-level talent are looking for. What do they want? Now, when we start hiring or when we start looking for a job position, chances are you're thinking the number one thing is money. And if your number one thing that you're looking for when you're looking for a position is money, chances are you are not A-level. You're not A-level talent. If you are A-level talent, once I put up this number one item, the number one thing that A-level talent's looking for, you're going to be like, actually, that makes sense. That makes sense. So here it is. A-level people want to work with A-level people. Is that you? Do you care about the people you work with? Not care about them as in, oh, I love these people, but do you want to be the best version of yourself working with other people that do kick-ass work? I'm guessing so. I've always just had this dream of running a company where I am on an amazing team doing amazing work. That's all I've ever really, yes, I'm a team player, but it doesn't, we all want to work with great people. You know why? Because chances are you've worked with some pretty crappy people and you know how painful that can be. So if you're A-level talent and you're looking for A-level talent, you have to find and recruit A-level talent and let them know that they're going to be working with A-level talent. Now, that brings up some interesting points, and that is, if you're surrounded by C-level talent, you're going to have trouble finding the right people, because C-level talent is going to hire C-level talent. Let's say A-level talent wants to work and wants to hire A-level talent. And then B-level talent actually wants to hire C-level talent because they want to hold their rank as the top dog in the house. So they always have to hire people that are actually worse than them. And all of this turns into this giant comedic event where you may be a one-person operation and things are just amazing because you're the owner, you're the A-level talent, and you're kicking butt, and you're your business is growing like crazy, and you need to make a hire, and then you make the wrong hire, and then they start to, it just turns into a clown show. Well, number one thing, you need to recruit A-level talent. You need to let them know they're going to be working with A-level talent. And that's what we have here. Towing.com has freaking amazing people because we implement this idea. A-level people, you're going to work with A-level people. We are building an amazing team, and you need to build an amazing team with A-level talent. So the number one thing, A-level talent. Number two, what do you think it is? Here we go. They're looking for a challenge. Isn't this what we all want? We want a challenge. We want to have our brains, our hearts, our brawn. We want to be challenged. We don't, my goodness, what was that, the Lucy show where she's just like packing chocolates. Could you imagine working on some assembly line where all you do all day is like assemble a part? Like I'm the official like person that puts the caps on markers. Like, could you imagine like your entire job is to put as many caps on markers or assemble something just routinely over and over and over again? Like, where's the challenge in that? Where's the ability to be the amazing human that you are? I mean, do you feel like, if you're a driver out there, do you feel like you're being challenged? I mean, wouldn't you like to overcome amazing obstacles, take on unique challenges, and have an opportunity to like win? Is it only the people that you see on a football field on Sunday or Saturday that truly get to take on some giant challenge? No, we can do it in our individual companies. You can do it in your towing company. You have to present the challenge. What are you challenging them with? A-level talent is looking for a challenge. Are you looking for a challenge? I know I am. We're always trying to bite off as much as we can. And I'm always trying to keep out there as much opportunity for my people to take on big challenges so they can grow and become better versions of themselves. So that brings us to number 3 here. Number 3, what do you think? We got 5 things. So far, they want to work with A-level talent. And then number 2, they're looking for a challenge. Number 3, right here from the green card that I got from my mentor, Darren Hardy, actually wrote a book on this stuff even. He teaches classes on this stuff. Number 3 is this, the opportunity. The opportunity. This is not, it's not just simply salary. They want an opportunity. They want a chance to control their own destiny. If you're the towing company and you're watching this right now, why did you start your business? Or why do you keep running your business? You want to be in charge of your own destiny. You want to be able to know that if you work your butt off, you can obtain success. You want opportunity for yourself. Well, A-level talent, because chances are you're A-level talent, A-level talent wants opportunity as well. They want to know if they work harder than everybody else, do amazing things, bring their A-level talent to the field, they will have an opportunity to make more, or even possibly even be part of an ownership of your company or ownership of a piece of the pie that they are helping to build. I hate to say that. I know you hate that possibly your team is hearing that if they work for it. That's the thing, is A-level talent wants that opportunity. B-level, C-level, yeah, they want that opportunity too, but they're not willing to put the effort in, right? We all know that. So, but A-level talent, if they're kicking butt for you, you need to present that opportunity. So anybody watch, what is that show? I love it. It's Marcus Lemonis. It is The Prophet. It's a Marcus Lemonis. MSNBC, I believe, is what he does the show on. And, people, process, and what's the other one? Anyhow, Marcus Lemonis does a show called The Prophet. And on that show, when he comes into businesses, he finds their top talent, and a lot of times he will talk to the owner about like, hey, this person's been with you for a long time, or they play this key role, or they've grown your company, or they're foundational. Like, you need to make sure that they are plugged into the opportunity that is this company. So The third thing that A-level talent is looking for is opportunity. And we'll talk about how we can enter that into the content of a job description here in a little bit. So the fourth thing that A-level talent is looking for, the people that are going to grow your company, what are they looking for? It's this here, growth. They're looking for growth. Just like they look for a challenge. Why do we want a challenge? We want to be forced to be the peak of who we all are. Well, they're looking to grow. We don't want to do routine things that are below us. We want to do things that are above us because they force us to grow. We want to learn new things, try new things, and take all that we can in from this life that we get, this one life we get. So they want to be able to grow. So here at Towing.com, all of our people have the opportunity to take trainings, to further their skills, to just grow as a person, whether it's both professionally and personal. So they are looking for growth. A-level talent is looking for growth. So we'll again talk about how you can include a little bit of that into your job descriptions, and when you put out into the world that you're looking to hire, how you can mention growth. And then finally, the fifth one is the one that you probably thought everybody's looking for. It's money. Money is actually the lowest thing on the radar of the top job candidates. Like, everybody always assumes that money's number one. It's what they always look for. Like, people don't want to be undervalued. So yes, money matters, but at the same time, like, money is not like it's number five. It's number five. You can't pay me enough to work with crappy people. You like, I don't think you can't pay me enough to do meaningless work. I want the challenge, and I don't want to. I want an opportunity to do more and to grow and growth. I don't want to do boring work. Like, that's not the life any of us want. And in most cases, you can't pay enough, or you'd have to pay a whole heck of a lot to force people into crappy work. There you go. Actually, yeah. So number 5 is money. Money. So A-level talent cares less about money than what you think. If you present an opportunity and an opportunity for growth, to work with great people, and to challenge themselves, the money piece, yeah, you can pay market value. But here's a great thing. Here's a great thing about A-level people. If you find A-level people, you can pay them above market rates. You can pay them more than other people. Why can you pay them more? Because they're A-level. They're going to have less damage when they're out there towing, so you're going to have lower insurance rates, less deductibles. They're going to save you money. They're going to serve the customer better. They're going to help your brand more. So now your company's going to grow, and because your company's growing, they're going to make you more money, which you can pay them more. It doesn't like, that's the thing. That's the funny thing about moving number 5 down to the idea of money being last is money, you can end up paying more because you're finding the right candidates. A-level people will end up making more because they're A-level, because they're better for your company. They're more important. I mean, I'm sure you would love to have, less damage on the toes, right? How much does damage affect your company? It's every towing company I've ever known, like, that is people problem 101 is they damage too much stuff. But A-level people, less damage. I mean, stuff happens, but A-level people, it happens less. And they're going to save you money. It's going to be better for your company. So those are the 5 things that A-level talent is looking for. So now the question is, how do you find them? Where do you find them? I mentioned early on that most of us look for, we post on Craigslist, Indeed, any number of different places. Feel free to toss in the chat, or if you're watching this on Restream, mention it. Where do you typically post job postings? Hopefully they're on your website. We'll talk about that in a little bit. There's issues with posting them on your website, but there's certainly benefits to it as well. So where do you post them? Well, chances are you're doing what I often did early on, which was I posted them to Craigslist. I paid the $25 fee, posted on Craigslist, and it's amazing the huge amounts of applications I got. Amazing. You just get flooded. Now, the only thing is not too many A-level people look on Craigslist. You get a lot of applications for that 25 bucks, but it's probably not the best place to look. You also get a bunch of scammers and all kinds of stuff. So you need to put your job in front of people that matter for your company. And when you're a towing company, the audience matters. You need your jobs posted in front of towing related job seekers. That only makes sense, right? So that's one of the key things is audience matters. You when you post to Craigslist, you're going to get, possibly lots of job applicants, but most of which are not going to be qualified for your position. But when you post in front of the right audience, then you're going to find the right people. In Towing.com, that's one of the nice things about Towing.com jobs is you're posting in front of people that are looking for jobs in towing. Like life gives us clues, right? Like so, but there's so much more to that, which we will talk about here in a second. Let me just share this here, which is when we are posting those free job listings. Here's what you get. You get a newspaper classified. Do you remember these? These up here. These. This is how we all used to look for employment. 10 years ago, heck, maybe even longer than that, 15, 20 years ago. We went to the newspaper classifieds. And possibly you still post in newspaper classifieds, but in most cases, job seekers are now looking on the internet. But the job classifieds, could you imagine that little box, like trying to describe everything, all the things that we talked about, all those 5 items that A-level talent looks for, like trying to recruit when all you have is a couple hundred or couple hundred characters, a paragraph of text. That's a lot of information that's going to have to be left out in order to fill that little block. And that's why everybody puts out salary, right? We lead with salary because we think that matters. Well, that goes back to these. That goes back to these small little classifieds where salary mattered so much more because you only had a few little sentences that you can add to your job posting. So that is what you get when you are posting to a or to a job listing, whether it's the Towing.com free listing or when you post to like Craigslist. Or Craigslist allows for quite a bit of text, but you're limited in what you can put on that job listing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to posting a job, and instead of looking at a free listing, which possibly during the course of this live broadcast or the restream, if you're watching it in the restream, you might have already went there, started to create an account, and got to where you're posting that free job listing with a few hundred words. And the free listings are limited. They're limited to being a newspaper classified ad. And if you're really looking for A-level talent, it can happen. It can happen. You could find A-level talent through a classified ad, through a small text. But what we would need to do is know what to put in the longer one. How can we truly recruit? So let me go out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what we put when we were hiring for our job. When we were hiring for our digital marketing coordinator, I'm going to show you what it is that we put on there. In fact, actually, let me start with this. I'm going to tell you why we put what we did on this job listing. People want those 5 things, right? They're looking to work with A-level people. They want a challenge. They want an opportunity. They want growth. And yeah, they care about money as well. So when you are writing out your job description, you have to keep in mind, if you're looking for A-level talent, which hopefully you are, then you need to make sure that you are targeting people in what you're saying in your job listing with those ideas. And so when we created our job listing, which I'm going to show you here just in one moment, we kept all those things in mind. But there's more to what you put in that job listing than that. So let me go back over to our Towing.com job posting here. So if we were creating a tow truck operator, and maybe it's a full-time, and maybe we are doing a weekly pay, and we are doing, you can leave salary blank or not. Maybe it's for a driver, for a light duty, flatbed, or medium, or carrier, or whatnot. And you're typing in here. When you're doing a featured job listing, you have all kinds of room. What are you going to put in that? What are you going to like? You're not limited by that little, by a couple hundred characters. Now you have tons of room. So you better make sure that you are writing the information that those A-level people are looking for. So what are they looking for? Well, that's what I'm going to share with you here. What do you need to put into this box? What do you need to share with them so that way they can read this and go, oh my goodness, they are looking for me. They are wanting to hire me, and I'm freaking really wanting this job. That's the key. They have to want this. You're recruiting. I think it's they always say that business is about ABS, always be sailing, always be selling. I mean, and as a growing company, I can tell you what you really need is you need to always be hiring. ABH, always be hiring. You always, or ABR, always be recruiting. You always need to be looking for A-level talent. And that's one of the things that's nice about these job listings is you can keep posting them every month. So what do you put into the box? Well, you need to describe what it is that they're going to be doing, and not what you might think when I say that. You might think, oh, well, they're going to be towing. No. What's the mission of your company? What are you out to do? What are you out to do? What is your towing company out to do? We're out to serve the community by keeping the roads clear and helping our customers remove the hassle of vehicles inappropriately parked or something. I mean, serving the community. Isn't that what a towing company does? I mean, you often don't get, like, people don't think of it that way, but that is what it is. I mean, we serve the community. You serve the community by keeping the roadways clear. But you mentioned the mission. Are you a tower looking for an opportunity to serve our community by keeping our roadways clear? So in your job description, the first thing you want to include is some kind of mention of the mission that they will be helping your company accomplish. So the mission we're talking about is what your company's mission is. What is your business's mission? You may have an amazing mission for your company. I know companies here in Ohio that have missions that are far outside of the service of towing. They serve the world through their equipment and things like that. They show up at disaster sites and use their equipment to clear roadways or clear flooded debris, amazing stuff. And you better believe that if your towing company's mission is to include doing that kind of thing, you're going to be able to attract people that are mission drawn. So what's your mission? You want to include that in that job description. So your company's mission. The next thing is characteristics. What kind of character do you want your people to have? One of the things that we do a lot of times with our job descriptions is we describe the work. You need a college degree, or you need certain years of experience. I think we all know people that have lots of experience but still suck, right? Don't we all know those people that have somehow had all this experience at some job, but somehow they've never actually learned a damn thing and they still suck at their job. Experience means nothing. What you need is the people that have the skills, which that will be a third part. You need to know the skills, but the character. Would you rather have a driver that has the characteristics of they're quick to learn, they're safety minded, they have integrity, they are courteous, they are punctual? Those are the characteristics. Those are the things that you may need for your driver. Yet a lot of times we get caught up in other things that don't really say what we're looking for. Saying that you need 5 years experience as a flatbed operator doesn't really say what you're looking for. It just says basically that you need somebody that has checked a box. But really what you're looking for is somebody that meets the characteristics that you're looking for. Some towing companies want scrappy people that are willing to get, raw or like be able to be a presence. It depends on if you're doing impound or whatnot. Then other towing companies are looking for really friendly people that are able to go serve the customers and represent their brand in an amazing way. Depending on what you're looking for, you just write out a list. That's all you got to do as of this point. You're writing out a list of the different characteristics you're looking for. So when we created our position here at Towing.com for the marketing position that I'll show you that job description for in a second, we know that we wanted things. We have important things that are to us along the lines of we want people that are growth minded, that are not just looking for a job, but are looking for an opportunity to live out their values. So let me just read off some of the things. Actually, I'll share it out to you. Here's that job description that we're going to be referring to. This is over on Just Moving Sites, the parent company of Towing.com. And when we were looking for this position, you'll see that we have these in here. We were looking for extremely organized people, detail-oriented. I am not a detail-oriented person, but the people that we needed for this specific position, they had to be detail-oriented. They have to love new technologies and figuring them out. Isn't that like figuring them out? Like in our field, in Towing.com, when we deal with internet, we need to be able to figure stuff out pretty quickly. So that's what we're looking for, is people that love new technologies and are open to figuring them out. So you as a towing company, you have to think of what are those things that you're looking for. I gave you those kind of examples of the idea of, safety minded. They're quick to learn, which I think that kind of applies to most things. You want people that are learning and growth minded. Integrity, which I believe is Jack Welch and Warren Buffett. Like pretty much all the major leaders out there say the most important characteristic is to make sure that people have integrity, because if they don't have integrity, everything else goes out the window. But they need to have integrity. Courteousness might be one of them. Trustworthy, polite, maybe. There's any number of different options. So make a list of those characteristics, and then you will be using those and working them into the job description, which we'll show you more examples of that here in a second. The third piece, so the first one was your company's mission. You'll want to be able to mention that. Then you'll want to be able to mention the characteristics that you're looking for in the person that you're looking to hire. And then third is the skills. They don't need experience. What they need is skills. What are they going to be doing? They need to be able to do them. And you need to be able to describe these skills. Saying that you need a tow truck operator is not the same as saying we need somebody that is able to, correctly hook up chains or correctly hook up, tire straps, or experience with knowing how to take off a freaking hubcap or tire, all the different things that you as a tower deal with all the time that sometimes result in damage. I used to, one of my jobs early on was I worked third shift dispatch at a towing company. We had a driver who couldn't figure out how to get a hubcap off of the car. So he used the winch on the truck to literally like yank the hubcap off, of course, creating tons of damage because it was some Cadillac that I guess the hubcaps were locked on with a key. And he didn't know this, was clueless, ended up costing hundreds and hundreds of dollars in damage because he didn't have that experience and that skill of doing that, or that characteristic of being able to ask others for help. That might be a good characteristic to ask. We don't have to know it all. We just have to be able to get the help we need, the information, especially nowadays when vehicles change so much all the time. I have to imagine being able to acquire and get the information you need is vital. So what do they need to do that? Their job and their skills. You need to make a list of those things. So when we did the marketing job, they needed to be able to work spreadsheets and deal with Google Docs and be able to work with ads and a bunch of technical stuff for marketing. Well, running a dispatch software or your tow equipment, They certainly need to have certain skills. You know those better than I do. Make a list of the skills that they're going to need. And then what we're going to put them all in. Okay. Getting ahead of myself. Then finally, what does success look like for that position? A-level people and all of us, just humans in general, we want to know what success looks like. How are we going to be measured? How are we going to know if we're doing a great job? Like what? So what we're looking for is the KPIs, the key performance indicators. I imagine for most tow truck operators, tow truck drivers, things that are going to matter are going to be what percentage of work is damage free, what percentage of work was done on time. Those might be some of the different indicators of success. It might be number of, revenue per hour or something. Basically, what does success look like for your employees? Make a list of those things, and then you want to be ready to include at least 3 of them when you put it out the job description. And you want to let them know. We all, when we go bowling, we don't like. Could you imagine bowling where you have a curtain in front of the pins? Would that be any fun if you like threw a ball down and the ball disappeared behind a curtain? You're like, maybe you hear the crash of the ball against the pins, and you're like, I think I did something good, but who knows? No, we want to be able to see it. We need to be able to see, and that's what the KPIs or the key performance indicators, that's why you need to let them know right up front what success looks like. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to put all of this magic sauce that I'm giving you, the 5 things that A-level talent's looking for, your company's mission, the characteristics of the person that you're looking for, the specific skills, and then how success is going to be measured. List them out, pile them together, and create something like I showed you here a minute ago, which is a job description. So this is the job description that we put together for the digital marketing coordinator. And this is based on my experience, what many coaches, books, all the different things that I've learned over years and with lots of money on what you need in a job description. So up at the top, we talk about our business. Imagine a world where we can help thousands of entrepreneurs grow their businesses. We're selling the vision. We're talking about the mission of our company, what it is that we do here with Towing.com. And then we keep it going. We say, hey, if you're intrigued, if this sounds like a mission you're interested in, this position may be for you. And then we talk about the characteristics that our people might have. And you can see this over on movingsites.com/jobs. And you'll be able to actually see this job listing, at least as of the point that we're doing this live broadcast. And you'll see here, it's kind of like, hey, if you're excited by this mission, that's going to be part of it. If you're interested in learning and growth, just like we talked about, like if those things matter to you, that's based on that A-level talent as well as the characteristics of the people we're looking for, this position's for you. If you love new technologies and figuring them out. So all we've done is taken the characteristics, that list of the characteristics that we were looking for, our company's mission, those skills, and we just put them together in a nice, simple, bullet-pointed list. That's all this is, a sentence pretty much for each of the different things. We're looking for great written and oral communicators. Like that, all we did was put it in this list, and well, I will tell you that we had hundreds of applicants when we did this, and amazing people, just absolutely top-level people were applying for our positions. Because when they read down through this, when they read this list, they felt it was describing them. They felt it was describing what they wanted when they worked. That's what you're looking for. You're looking to describe the person you want to fill that position. It's not going to be somebody with like 3 years of experience, or no, that might describe somebody. But you're looking for a specific person. Like you can close your eyes and picture the person you want to fill the seat that you're looking to fill, to do the task that you're looking to have them do. So write that down, put it out there, and kind of a magic happens. If it gets in front of the right audience, next thing you know, there you have the right people applying, and you get to choose from amazing people that are looking for the opportunity with your company. So then we describe a little more into the actual work. So that's what this section here is. What will they do? So for example, they need, in this case, they had to be able to A/B test ads, write formatted emails, and different marketing related stuff. What are the things at your towing company? Just write it out. Be specific. They want to know the work that they're going to be able to do. Just like they don't want to just do assembly stuff. Like, what challenges are they going to face? You know, you will be asked to face physically challenging work while working with heavy duty equipment. While using a rotator to turn over semi trucks or whatever. Like, be specific, because they're not going to see that as like, oh, who wants to do that? The right person's going to read it, and they're going to be so excited about this. Like, hell yeah, I love doing that. That's the kind of work I want to do. I hope I get this job. I hope I get this opportunity. Doesn't that sound like, it happens? It happens. Okay. And so then finally, I mentioned those KPIs, those key performance indicators, right here on that job descriptions. What does success look like? How will you be measured? The job descriptions don't look like this for 99% of companies. So when you're doing this, people know that this is a unique opportunity. If you're a towing company, if you are a towing company that has a job description that is describing a unique opportunity accomplishing your company's mission, then why would they're going to be looking for you? The A-level people are going to be looking for your company. They want to work with you. So describe them. So there we go. And then the final thing that we do include in this is this bottom section. How will you be rewarded? And you'll see in this, actually, in our list of rewards, we mentioned, you get this is good stuff. Let me zoom in here. Maybe you can, how will you be rewarded? You might be able to see this. Remember those 5 things that you get that A-level people are looking for? I mentioned them right here. You're going to be able to work with positive A-level talent. You will have a challenge. Look at this. Like, you will have a challenge of doing meaningful work. You'll be able to enjoy the rewards of a growing company. You get above average compensation. Well, that's because we're only going to hire freaking A-level players, so we know we can put that on there. And then, of course, we have those benefits of like a flexible, independent lifestyle. So we mention not just like a salary. So many people just put a number out there. We try to mention the benefits and the different things that are positive about the position that we're hiring for. There's so many amazing things that come with being a tower or a tow operator or a dispatcher. Mention those awesome things. Mention the benefits that come with that position. If you're just mentioning money, just remember you're mentioning the least important thing. I mean, when I was a dispatcher, I loved the challenge of handling I loved it when it was busy and you had calls coming in and we had to, people that needed help. And here we are, I'm the center guy that's pulling it all together. I loved that challenge, and I was rewarded by that. I was rewarded by the opportunity to help people in that position. You can mention that kind of thing right here. Anyhow, hope that's awesome. Hope that's great information of what you can put in your job description. So now I'm going to take us back over to our job description here and just show you some of the benefits of what happens when you go in and do this. So I'm logging back into Towing.com. So what I'm going to do is actually show you. So here's that job description that I've already added using the add job listing, or I created an account and entered the information. And here you'll see that same information, mostly, that I have on the Moving Sites website. Digital Marketing Coordinator was the job description. And I have it, sales and marketing. And then I just pasted that text into here and made some of it bold. Like you can take this, for example, and you want to make it, maybe you want that to be red or something. Maybe you company colors are red or something. You can do all these different things. You can also include in here, say you want to add an image. You can always choose a file and add images and things like that right into your. Lost my mouse pointer. It's on the window that I don't know where it is. Okay. Hopefully I can find it. There it is. It's live, peeps. Okay, so what you can do is you can add all those different elements to your job listing, which realistically, you don't need photos or anything like that. You need to just write out the information that we talked about. And then when you submit that on Towing.com, it's going to show up right in. I'm going to go out to, actually, let me just pull up a new window. A job listing that you're posting to Towing.com goes over to, shows up right on Towing.com. So, for example, here, you'll see the listing right here. The most recently featured listings show up right on top. So if you're a featured company and you're hiring, if you go post it, it's going to show up right now, right on top. The free listings will show up on the bottom of the category. So, for example, if you are looking for, I don't know, let me just do a search for Cincinnati. Not sure. Yeah, so here you go. So like flatbed tow truck driver, here's an option as well. Here's a job posting that's been added by Kentucky Auto Service, Ellesmere, Kentucky. Not sure if you watch this video, but there you go. Shout out to you and your job listing for a flatbed tow truck driver. It's so basically featured on top, and then the basic ones would be on the bottom. Makes sense, right? Free. If you have a featured listing, it's going to be on top. So only makes sense if you ask me, which is why we do it that way. You get the free newspaper classified. So here's what that job listing looks like on Towing.com. And there's some powerful stuff that's about to come up. So stick with me because I got some, there's so much more to this that's going to save you time, save you money for your company. So here is that job listing that we've already seen, as well as you can apply right to it. You can, of course, and also include your contact information in the job text if you want them to be able to call you or whatnot. So one of the things that A-level people are going to do in their job search, one of the things they're going to do is they're going to look into your company. If you've been a job seeker, chances are when you've applied for a job, you've went and Googled the company. So then you find their website. Do you have a website? Hopefully you have a website. And then the question is, do you have the jobs? Do you post jobs to your website? Chances are, if you're like most towing companies, you don't post the jobs on your website. And the question is why? I get it. It's a pain in the butt. Isn't it a pain in the butt to post jobs to your website? I mean, chances are if you have a marketing company or somebody that manages your website, you need to call them up and you're like, hey, I need to edit this job, and you have them put some information out there. It's just a big hassle. However, A-level people are going to go look at your company's website. And if they see jobs that are super old or something, they're going to be like, this isn't the company that I thought it was going to be. You want your website to show the jobs that are available to you. So let me go back over to the Towing.com jobs dashboard, or actually to the dashboard here. So as a featured Towing.com company, we take care of that for you. We help you when you post a featured job posting on Towing.com. That job posting shows up, yes, on Towing.com's nationwide job search, but it also shows up on your website using something called the Towing.com widget, jobs widget. So scrolling down here on the dashboard, you'll see this here, jobs widget. And this is, again, this is available for the featured Towing.com companies. And when you get the job widget, you'll have to install it on your website. So instead of calling your web design company every single time you need to update a job listing, you do have to call them, or maybe you can do this yourself. You need to drop this text here on your website, this code. It's Java. It's a little, just this, like literally this little block of code. You need to get that into your website using the instructions that you'll find here. And then what this will do is that, see here, see how this, our job description, our job that we posted, it shows up here. It's going to show up on our, well, our job. We post it to the Towing.com nationwide job search. As a featured company, it also shows up under the jobs tab on our Towing.com profile right here. That's what you see here. But then using that widget, it's going to show up on your towing company's website. So let me go to, I have a demo of this set up for you. So here is that same job posting. So on my website, what I did was I took that little block of code, HTML, JavaScript, I took that and dropped it into my website. You'll have your web designer do it, or you can add some HTML to your own website if you're able to do that. And then it adds this right here. Now, here's what's magical about this. This updates automatically. Okay, this updates. If you want to, here we go. We'll go add another job. I'm going to put it to the test right here, live on the Towing.com jobs post. We are going to go do another job posting, just a quick one. And I'm going to add another listing. Tow truck operator. And I'm going to leave as much blank as possible. And as you can see, it says, this is a test of the job system live on Facebook and on YouTube, because I think I'm hilarious. And then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to save that, and that is going to go in as a tow truck operator. Oh, spelled it wrong. Spell checked it. Okay, spell check your listings. There you go, free tip. So now when we go over here and I refresh this page, look at that. My website, Moving Sites website, updated automatically. It's going to work on your website too. It's just a little block of text. So now every time you're hiring, which remember, always be recruiting, always be looking for the top talent. Well, now you can post them to Towing.com. They show up on your Towing.com profile, and those same jobs will also show up on your website and stay updated. They'll stay updated. You won't have to worry about calling your website guy every single time you need to edit a job, post a new job. It will happen automatically once you get that text on there. You can post a new job, it's going to show up there, and then customers can come in, click it, and it takes them right to that job listing right here on your profile to where they can apply and get more information and so on. So, I mean, how cool is that? Like, how much time and money do you pay your web designer? Do you pay your web guy? Do you pay him money every time you do an edit? Are you limited in edits? Or, how much time do you spend every time you have to go do a edit yourself? Well, there you go. Nice, easy way to do it. That's a Towing.com jobs widget. We also have widgets for things like FAQs. We'll save that for another video, or you can go out to the Towing.com 101, which you'll find on Towing.com info. And you'll be able to learn more about the widgets that are available, as well as, okay, well, we're not done. We're not done yet. We have more with this jobs feature that is going to be included. And here it is. Your job features, they're posted to, when you post them to Towing.com. When you post them to Towing.com, they show up in the nationwide search. They show up on your profile. Using that Towing.com widget, they're going to show up on your website and automatically update and keep it all there. But then all those featured listings, now this is only for featured listings are also pushed out to Google. Google has a job search. And you might be thinking, like, I want my jobs to show up on Google. Well, they can. They can. So over on Tools for Towers, this is just information site about some of the features that are given that we share with featured towing companies. You'll see here where we talk about this. It instantly shows up on your Towing.com profile. It then it shows up on the nationwide search, and then look at this. It also shows up right in the Google search results. So Google has this section of jobs. So let me actually just pull up like a tow truck. So Google, when you do a search for a job-related post, it shows this little bar up here of different jobs. Well, we submit the jobs here from Towing.com out to Google. So you're posting to one place. You're posting your job to Towing.com, and when you do those featured ones, it posted across the board. So you're getting maximum exposure for those featured job listings. Or you can do the free one and get some exposure on Towing.com. So hopefully that's awesome. Hopefully you now know the 5 things that A-level talent is looking for, and you know the items that you need to include when you're looking to hire. You need to know your company's mission. You put that in the job description, as well as the characteristics of the person you're looking for, the skills that they're going to need, sharing with them how their success is going to be measured for their position, and then you put all of that into that job description, and then what do? You feature it on Towing.com jobs, and when you do that, it's going to share it out to the Towing.com nationwide search, your Towing.com profile, your website once you use the Towing.com jobs widget, and then it's also going to share that data with Google so it shows up on Google's job search for when people search for jobs in your area. All of that. There you go. Hopefully all of this has been great information for your towing company so you can avoid the people problems that plague small businesses. Because Towing.com, we are here to help your towing company win. And as the front door of the towing industry, we hope to just use all of our power, all of our people here. We're all working for your company to do exactly that, to help you win. So if you are watching this on Restream, please ask questions in the comments or in the chat. Well, in the comments, like this video, share this video with your boss, your towers, anybody that might benefit from seeing how Towing.com jobs can benefit their company, as well as, we all need to see like what A-level talent's looking for. As an A-level talent guy, it was actually helpful when I learned that, just to be like, oh yeah, that stuff does matter to me, right? Maybe you saw it in yourself when you were doing it. So hopefully you got lots of good stuff here on Towing.com's Job Live broadcast. I hope to see you on Towing.com, as well as future tow shows in person. Shake hands, if we're allowed to shake hands, and enjoy some time of conversation. Thank you. I'm Drew Walsh, owner of Towing.com, and I am here to help your towing company win.